in that office. And I want to call upon my colleagues in the lower house. We'll be talking about budget. And the only thing which is in our head right now, which is going to divide this country into two, is the issue of the finance bill, which is going to tax those people again. A basic salary of a teacher, Mr. Speaker, is 27,000 shillings to 30,000 shillings. What is 27,000 shillings in this country? That's a teacher who has made even the current occupier of the house in the hill to be there. I think, Mr. Speaker, these are issues which are not only emotive, but they are things which must separate leaders from followers. There are things which must separate us, this house now. You know, some of these things, Mr. Speaker, if you tell me that you will amend our standing order so that we can call those commissioners here, I'll agree. I'll agree for them to come here, and by the time they're walking out of this place, we have a resolution. Mr. Speaker, I dare say if you look at the budget of the Ministry of Education, and yet some of these teachers here who are promoted, we no longer have something called P1. There's no P1 anymore. I think it's called what? Grade what? If you look at the budget of the Ministry of Education, just like the Ministry of Health, you'll be shocked. The amount of money they get, yet some of these services are devolved. Then why don't we ask ourselves tough questions now, Mr. Speaker? That when we are talking about amending the Constitution or bringing changes, why don't we then devolve education fully, entirely, like other countries? There are other jurisdictions where it's a school district that has to care about the salaries, the benefits of teachers. We are in a very, very tough year. This year, cost of sugar will be more than the cost of a bag of cement. And if we don't even fight to increase this little money, and it's little money, compared to the amount of money we waste. We waste a lot of money. We employ CASs. We give them a lot of money. We fight in courts. If you take a budget of those CASs, you'll send that money to these teachers. I think it's about time that we become our real brothers' keepers and we fight for them. Mr. Speaker, I want to request that when you give instructions and you commit this petition to the Committee on Education, you know, I know the standing order says 60 days, but Mr. Speaker, let them give us a status update on actually what is happening. So that this year, you know, earlier on when we were sitting at the House Business, we were very happy with the work that the distinguished senators, women in this House, members of KEOPA, are doing. You know, those are things that have got results, and we commend them when they do that. You know, they went with the support of your office, Mr. Speaker, the support of the Secretariat. They went to our prisons. They paid fees, you know, penalties, what are they called? Fines. They paid fines for petty offenders. That is commendable. Now, the same spirit, and I want to request the same leaders. Senator Hamida, thank you very much, my dear sister. As a chair, take on this, because they are teachers, they are mothers. Most teachers here are mothers. Take on this issue, walk to Nancy's office, and ensure that at least they give them. If there is anything that I'll be happy, increase my tax to pay these teachers, do it. But don't increase my tax to pay some form of housing allowance. If you cannot even pay those teachers their increment, how are you going to be able to give them this house? Come on.